call this meeting of the Hardin County Board of Education to order. If everyone will please stand and we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Bland, you have our board commitments?
Yes. To improve our effectiveness, the Hardin County Board of Education team commits to keep children first, to listen, to be prepared, to be professional, to demonstrate financial stewardship, to represent the entire district and support district goals, and to support board decisions.
Thank you. All right. Appreciate everybody coming out tonight. It's always good when we're here, get to recognize a whole lot of students. And Mr. Sutton, I believe you're pulling double or triple duty tonight. Is that right?
That's right. I'm here for Mr. Wright tonight, just standing in here. And Madam Chair, we have some HCS Better Together awards we would like to pass out tonight. So if you can make a motion to pass that resolution of recognition, we greatly appreciate that.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
All right. Our first person I'd like to recognize tonight is Miss Serenity Davis Kennedy, one of our students. She is an honor student, honor row student, a junior at Central Hardin High School. She has overcome more than her share of challenges, but she has not let them dampen her spirit of serving others. Serenity volunteers with World Changers at her church. She also serves as a volunteer and mentor at Hope Academy for Kids, an after-school program that ensures students are fed and are maintaining strong academic standing. Serenity also volunteers at Room at the Inn, a shelter for homeless individuals that provides meals and sleeping accommodations during the winter months. Serenity is also active in teen court. She plans to pursue a career in social work and then become an attorney. Thank you so much, Serenity. Great job. Greatly appreciate it. Who's here? Who is here representing Serenity tonight? Okay, got the Kennedy family here. Thank you all so much. We also have Donna Harbolt and Doris Addington. They are the longest serving employees that are currently still working for Hardin County Schools. Ms. Harbolt has been serving students for 43 years, and Ms. Addington has been serving students for many, many years. She didn't want us to say how many, so they both serve as HCS bus drivers. Their service equates to several generations of getting up before the sun, learning new routes and stops, driving students to and from school, countless field trips, and maintaining their bus. Hardin County Schools cannot thank Ms. Harbolt and Ms. Addington for their true dedication. Can't thank them enough for their true dedication to students. Give it up for them. Thank you all so much. Thank you. "43 more years." Need a motion on that. Just kidding. Last one tonight, we have our community partner here, the United Way of Central Kentucky, is a true fan and partner of Hardin County Schools. This organization and its many, many volunteers are true stewards. United Way of Central Kentucky's time, talent, and treasure ensures that students succeed from the cradle to the high school graduation, literally. The United Way of Central Kentucky and its donors have provided assistance to HCS Cradle School for generations. The United Way of Central Kentucky has organized volunteers to help with landscaping projects, mentoring students, literacy projects, and much, much more. A lot of people have invested time in the students because of the dedication of this program. We want to thank United Way of Central Kentucky. Thank you, Mr. Fowler. All right, I think we're going to start off tonight with Hartland Elementary School, STLP. Come on up and introduce yourself and tell us why you're here being recognized tonight.
So I got first place in my logo design, and then I placed second place in my website. My name is Agastya Kumar.
All right. It's like we have some students attending from Central Hardin High School, the Gatton Academy. Come on up. Tell us your name and tell us why you're excited about this opportunity.
My name is Frankie Peak, and I have been accepted into the Gatton Academy at WKU.
Our Central Hardin High School Winter Guard, first at Tri-State Championships and Grand Champions. For the students who represent this program, please come on up.
Eden Lutz. Delilah Ball.
Kiara Robinson. Enola Pretty. Kaylin White. Emma Anderson. Elises Ruley. Annalie Keffer.
Jillian Cornett.
Macy Adler.
Madeline Tharp.
Alexis Hart. Rebecca Kinsey. Savannah Roberts. Jordan Knight.
Sophia McQuiston. Riley Pickett.
Camilla Carbone. Cherish Preston. Madison Knight. Kira Mogg.
Good job. Good job, girls.
We do have a John Hardin High School student that will be attending the Craft Academy at Morehead State University at 23-24 school year. He could not attend here tonight, but we still want to recognize him and clap for him in this great accomplishment. Let's give it up for Dylan Foster, John Hardin High School student. We do have two John Hardin High School students here with us tonight that will be attending the Gatton Academy at Western Kentucky University for the 23-24 school year. So come on up and let's recognize them.
Kenneth Ritchie.
Noelle Sanders.
Next up, we have our Kentucky Educators Rising Competition. Come on up. This person won first place Creative Lecture, Junior Varsity, TED Talk.
Samara Higgins.
All right. Next up, Kentucky Student Technology Association, first place in fashion and design.
Samantha McNichol.
Akili Lowe. Emmeline Lease.
James Pence.
Megan Sanders.
Megan Sanders was first place at Culinary Arts at Skills USA. Way to go.
Jared Nunley. Aiden Wallace.
Both those students placed second in the Mobile Robotics and Skills USA competition.
Noah Hale.
Emma Sanders.
This group came in second place in the crime scene investigation at Skills USA competition.
Nazara Morgan.
Nazara was first place digital camera at Skills USA.
Alyssa Barr. Lydia Doty.
Alyssa and Lydia were first place TV production at Skills USA competition. You come back later and talk this first.
Good evening. My name is Katie Vest, and we are all sophomores at Central Hardin High School. EC3 offers a club called HOSA, and it's for future healthcare professionals. It allows students to explore the medical field and see if this is something they want to do in the future. We want to say thank you to our sponsors, Ms. Compton, Ms. Bowman, and Mr. Witzel. They have been a huge help to us, and we could not have done this without them. HOSA has really given me something to do besides my athletics, and it has given me a group of people to really connect to, and I've made some of my best friends. I've only been in HOSA for 1 year, and I've already made some great memories with some of the best people.
Back in March, our group attended SLC in Louisville. Our group competed in the event Health Education. For our event, we had to submit a portfolio a couple months prior to state and give a speech actually at state. The portfolio contained pictures, stats, and an in-depth description of what we did leading up to state. The speech was a short and compact speech of a description as well. Our group placed first at state and will be heading to Dallas, Texas in June to compete at internationals. At state, they also had things you could do while you weren't competing. There were symposiums with different simulations and presenters, and there was a college fair you could go to and get different brochures and talk about the opportunities they had to offer. Going into ILC, we hope to place top 10 amongst all the different groups from around the world.
So the project that we did to get us to go to state and ILC is over the dangers of e-cigarettes. So our project, we really wanted to focus on 5th graders, which is about the age when kids start hearing about e-cigarettes. So we wanted to stop the problem before it starts. And how we did this was we went to 5 different elementary schools this year around the Hardin County School District. And we really just sat down and talked to the 5th graders about why these are so bad. We talked to them about the dangers of e-cigarettes, the addiction they cause, and how to respond to peer pressure. After ILC, we came back and we really wanted to continue this effort because we want kids as they get older and go to middle and high school not to pick up this incredibly dangerous habit. But we ran into a problem. Every time we left school to go present to these 5th graders, it meant less time we were able to be in our actual high school classes. We realized we had to come up with a different solution, so we made a video. This video is really goofy, but it was also just reiterating the message about why e-cigarettes are so bad. So I think we're about to play the video about how dangerous e-cigarettes are that we showed to the 5th graders.
Actually, what we're going to do, I want to thank you all for doing that introduction now. I want you all to know that Sadie and Katie and Juliana are going to be presenting us tonight during the Focus on Academics. Their video, so I hope you'll stick around and see that. So we're going to bring you guys back around and be ready to present when they're done, okay?
Awesome.
Thank you all. Super job. First place in health education at the state HOSA competition. Oh, that was it? Yeah. We're going to get them right back around. Yeah, come on back around. Actually, that's our recognition. Now we're going to do the Focus on Academics. You all good with that? We're going to progress on. All right, we're going to move on to Focus on Academics. I'm going to call Ms. Corder up here to recognize our GSA and GSP students that are here with us tonight.
Good evening. We have a lot of different students we want to recognize tonight, either for Governor Scholar or Governor School for the Arts, and we're going to recognize a student who made a perfect ACT score. So first I want to tell you a little bit about Governor School for the Arts, for those of you that may not be aware. It was established in 1987 as an arts education program funded by the Kentucky Center for the Arts. Kentucky's finest young artists are selected to participate in a 3-week summer session. This involves an application and an audition process, and it's open to current sophomores and juniors. This year we have 8 rising juniors and seniors selected out of 515 statewide. Last year we had 5, so that is an increase. Very proud of that. And I'm going to ask our GSA selections to come forward to tell us a little bit about why they applied or what they're looking forward to and to get their medal. I will say the names of all the students that qualified for GSA. Some of them could not be present tonight. Lindy Barnes, Cammie Cunningham, Lydia Doty, Liliana Garcia, Joel Hester, Sydney Higdon, Nazara Morgan, and Caitlin Murphy.
My name is Cammie Cunningham, and I go to Central Hardin High School, and I chose to apply to GSA to continue building on my last 12 years of doing ballet and to also grow more in my art form and to be able to learn more from others and to be able to experience different art forms that I've not ever been exposed to before.
Thank you, Cammie. She qualified for dance.
I'm Liliana Garcia, and I go to Central. I think, the reason why I applied for GSA was because I just wanted to share a lot of my stories and creativity with people, and I thought that GSA would be a very good way to do that.
Liliana qualified for visual art.
Hi, I'm Lydia Doty. I go to Central Hardin High School. I entered GSA because I like to create videos and media, and it would be nice to show that I can do that and get into GSA.
Lydia qualified for film and photography.
My name is Nazara Morgan, and I'd applied to GSA because, frankly, I'm poor. I come from a low-income family, and GSA was honestly a very incredible, very rare opportunity for me to take, and I'm very amazed that I got accepted.
Nazara qualified for creative writing.
Hello, I am Caitlin Murphy. I am representing John Hardin. I applied for GSA for 2 reasons. 1, scholarships, because we know how this economy is doing. Everything's expensive. And 2, I want to prove that the John Hardin memo, that I can be above the line in my skills of creative writing.
The next group of students we'd like to recognize qualified for the GSP program. GSP was established in 1983 as a program designed to academically challenge, encourage self-development and leadership while instilling a desire to help others and students. The state receives over 2,000 applications each year. Approximately 1,000 are selected to attend a summer residential program at a Kentucky college or university for 6 weeks. You poor parents. It would break my heart. But this year we had 51 Hardin County Schools juniors submit an application from the school and district level. Of those 51, we were permitted to send 37 to the state level based on our enrollment numbers of our junior class. I am pleased to announce we had 19 juniors selected to the state GSP with 10 alternates. I will ask them to come forward to get their medal and tell us either why they applied for GSP or what they're looking forward to the most.
I'm Brennan Adams. I'm a student at Central Hardin High School, and I applied for GSP because not only did I get a great scholarship opportunity, but I saw it as a way to further my learning and gain experiences that I would otherwise not be able to gain.
I'm Brianna Blankenship. I'm from Central Hardin, and I'm looking forward to meeting new people and exploring a college campus.
I'm Dawson Brown. I go to Central Hardin High School, and I applied for GSP for, 1, the scholarships, and 2, to better my education and meet new people in my field, which is engineering.
I'm Ella Crowder. I go to Central Hardin, and I applied for GSP for the many opportunities it allows, monetary opportunities and the physical opportunities where you can go to for college. And honestly, because I'm broke and I need the money for go to college. So.
I'm Tyler Grace from Central Hardin High School. I'm looking forward to spending 5 weeks with some like-minded peers at a great college.
My name is Sawyer Hess. I applied to GSP because of the many scholarship opportunities and being able to have new experiences and meet new people that are similar to me.
My name is Sydney Higdon. I attend Central Hardin High School, and I applied to GSP because of the many opportunities that it'll provide me for my future.
I want to say that the young lady that just passed, Sydney Higdon, she was actually accepted to both GSA and GSP. And when I asked her if she could do both or which one she had chosen GSP. So congratulations, Sydney, for getting both.
My name is Sojun Lee. I'm from John Hardin High School, and I applied to GSP because my counselor told me to. And yeah, I'm very happy that she did.
I'm Olivia Newton from Central Hardin, and I applied to GSP to have the experience of living on a college campus.
My name is Jeremy Selby. I'm from John Hardin High School. I applied for GSP because I have a crazy mom who really wanted me to do this, and I'm really glad I got in. She's right there. But I'm most excited for the life on a college campus, getting it early as a junior.
Alrighty, I'm Sophia Stover. I'm from Central Hardin, and I applied to GSP for the leadership and education opportunities.
So I do want to say the names of some of the students who could not be with us tonight who qualified for GSP. Emma Childress from Central Hardin, Jai Choi from North Hardin, Jaylyn Hawkins from North Hardin, Ella Husted from Central Hardin, Harper Lewis, Central Hardin, Kiris Ray, Central Hardin, Layla Ulrich, John Hardin, Kayla White, Central, Ethan Williams, Central, and Landon Wood, Central. And I don't know, we probably don't have many guidance counselors here tonight with us, but they work very hard with these students, as do the teachers in the school buildings. This process starts back in August, September, and they just were notified in April. So it's a long, drawn-out process. And also, kudos to you parents for supporting and encouraging your student to apply for these opportunities. It will pay off, I hope, for you. The last person I want to recognize just briefly, and she's not here because Central Hardin is also having their senior scholarship night tonight, and she is a senior, is Miss Anna Hinkle. Anna earned a perfect score of a 36 on her ACT, and at the end of each year, we try to recognize any senior in our district who earned a 36. So congratulations to Anna. Thank you.
All right, it's a big night. Accelerated Reader Reading Council Awards. This is when the competition ends. And we find out who the top 3 readers in the district were. Remember, at wintertime, we bring our top 12 in. We tell them be ready for the top 3, gets a plaque at the end of the year. So the first person I want to recognize here, first I want to say this. I went ahead and I got a little soft here, and I went around to the Elite 8 across the district, gave them a little something because I thought that was still pretty good. We're getting back into reading, and I'm just going to say a few names to show how big this has become. In 8th place was Zoe Van Campen at Woodland Elementary School with 567 points. 7th place at Creekside Elementary School, Hannah Martin Canto, 574. 6th place at Vine Grove Elementary School, 3rd grader, 609 points. 5th place at Cecilia Valley Elementary School was 5th place, Elijah Barnes with 730. And then in 4th place was Skylar Hall with 759 at Vine Grove Elementary School. And now we're going to give you the top 3. So come on up here first. 3rd place in the whole district with 779 reading counts points for the year. 5th grader, G.C. Burkhead, Thomas Taylor Klein. Come on up. And if you remember, he was number 1 last year. He was holding out at wintertime, read all his books in the 2nd semester. So.
Thomas Klein, and my favorite book is Artemis Fowl because I just really like how the plot is, it's like ends with a twist most of the time.
I like it. Thank you so much. 2nd place in the whole district with 793 points. 3rd grade student, Larson Harvey, G.C. Burkett Elementary School. Come on up, Larson.
My favorite book is If You Take Me to Kentucky because I have it signed by the author.
Yeah, it's signed by the author. All right, man. Thank you so much, buddy. We'll get that here in a minute. You're good.
It's all good.
And I'm not sure if Devasia made it tonight. Is Devasia Holmes here? She could not make it. Our top reader in the district at Vine Grove Elementary School had 800 points. And I wanted to give a little, data behind that. With the amount of books that she has read this year, she has read 3,247,529 words. She averaged a 90% score on the books that she took tests on, and that was 74 books. So give it up for Devasia Holmes, even though she's not here tonight. All right, last up for Focus on Academics. Our state champion in the health skills competition, our HOSA group, that got a chance to talk a little bit about what they were doing. They are going to show their videos they had here tonight to kind of help them win the state competition, to help them get ready for their trip to Dallas in June. So Katie, Giuliani, I'll come on up, say a few more words, and let's get this video started.
This is just the video we showed the 5th graders to kind of reiterate our message because unfortunately we couldn't keep going back, but it's kind of weird and it's a little goofy, but we had a great time making it, and we hope the 5th graders got a little bit out of it.
She is very cyanotic and showing severe respiratory distress symptoms like coughing, nausea, dizziness, and shortness of breath.
Do we know what's causing this?
Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Have you been vaping?
My daughter? What? No.
Look, we need to know now if you're vaping so we can get you the help you need.
I swear.
Okay, Miss Smith, can I see you in the hallway?
Doctor, she's toning.
Oh, get out. You gotta go. Check her pulse. What is it?
It's threading. It's threading.
Start CPR. 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. And this could happen to you if you use e-cigarettes.
Yeah, I vape. I want to stop, but I can't stop using it.
You almost died right there, so tell us who has pressured you into vaping.
I didn't want to, but my older brother pressured me into it.
I know he may pressure you into using it, but here are some ways to get out of the situation. Talk to a trusted adult, give an excuse, or walk away from the situation.
Thank you.
I wanted to come out and talk to you in the hallway and just talk to you about what's happened with your daughter. We are seeing many teens come in with the same health effects that your daughter has because they've been vaping. Many kids don't see it now, but in the long run, they're putting themselves at high risk for stroke, seizures, and heart attacks.
Why do kids continue to use them if they're so bad?
A Juul pod contains as much nicotine as a 20-pack of cigarettes. Nicotine is a very addictive and harmful chemical that once they have a taste of it, it won't go away. It makes it almost impossible to stop using.
This is good to know. I'll talk to her and try to stop the addiction. We hope you guys enjoyed our little skit about the dangers of e-cigarettes.
Participating in this habit is something that is highly dangerous and something that could ruin your life.
We know peer pressure is a real thing, and no matter how hard someone pressures you, continue to say no.
Using this device doesn't make you cooler. It gives you 3 seconds of leisure and rewards you with a multitude of health effects. Please continue to say, lose it, don't use it.
Thank you all for cheering them on. They'll be heading to Dallas, I think, in late June. Is that right? For the national competition. Well, good luck to you guys. Thank you all so much.
Say, Greg?
Yes.
Is that video available somewhere we can share it?
Yeah, we can get you a copy of that.
I think I want those students to take care of me the next time.
Yeah.
We have some impressive students, don't we? That's why.
Great job.
Thank you all for allowing us to recognize them.
Thank you, Mr. Sutton. All right. That was
So now we have a department update tonight. We do have that as well. So we're going to call it Mr. Brian Lewis. He's our DPP, Director of Pupil Personnel, and he's been in the district for about 25 years, served in various roles and does a great job. So I'm going to kind of give you a little overview about what he does for us in student services.
25 years. Almost need a wheelchair to get out of here at this point, don't I? Good grief.
Hey, it's easy now.
Right?
You started really young.
Phew, I've aged fast, let me put it that way. I'm the Director of Pupil Personnel for the Hardin County Schools, and in that role, work closely with and responsible for several different things. The enrollment of students, making sure and assisting with students who are enrolled in the correct facility in the correct school. Making sure that attendance is recorded correctly and accurately on a daily basis, and then work with our truant students to try to make sure that they are getting to school, and if they can't get to school, to provide them resources to try to alleviate that issue. So in the world of attendance, this is the first, the 2022-23 school year is the first quote-unquote normal attendance year that we've had since 2018-19 due to the pandemic. So when we talk about enrollment, and this is as of May the 1st, we had 13,990 students enrolled, kindergarten through 12th grade. We had 1,059 preschool students as of that date for a total of 15,049. And so when we look back and compare that to this point in 2019, we had 14,095 K through 12 students and 797 preschool students for a total of 14,892. So we're up a touch enrollment-wise when we compare those 2 years. This school year in particular, we started with 14,622 initial entries. That's what we had in the computer on the first day of school, and obviously that's a best guess on the first day when we start. We've had 3,219 withdrawals this school year and 2,592 reentries. So it shows you how transient our school district is, and frankly, what a challenge our attendance clerks and our registrars have at our schools to accurately track that and to maintain that on a daily basis. Out of the 13,990 students that we have, 3,615 of those students were habitually truant. And so, per statute, a student is truant at 3 unexcused absences or tardies and habitually truant at 6 unexcused absences or tardies. So that kind of shows you the magnitude of what we're working with in terms of our students who are truant. When we look at our overall attendance for this year, overall, as of May the 1st, it was 92.9%. When you go back and compare that at this point in 2019, we were at 94.51%. So we've dipped there. Our average daily attendance is what we get funded on, which is very important. As of May the 1st, we were at 13,034. That was our ADA. In comparison to 2019, we were at 13,354. So we're down about 300 students ADA-wise. And when you put the pencil to it on the math, at $4,200 a student, that ends up being about $1.34 million that we are short on in ADA when you compare it to 2019. So, those are significant, no doubt. When we look at the truancy part of things for this school year, we have done 1,051 final notices. That's where I go out and make a home visit and knock on the door and try to fix the issue. Of those 1,051, we have sent 192 of those to truancy mediation. Truancy mediation is a program that is not required, but we have found over the years that it has been very beneficial to our students and our families, beneficial to us as a school district. That initially started 20 years ago, 25 years ago as a grant through the county attorney's office. And that grant has since expired, but we fund that position now. And so we send students to mediation down at the Justice Center. It's not court, but we have it there. The Justice Center has been kind enough to lend us a room to use. Virgil Willoughby is our mediator, so our parents and students will go meet with him who are still having attendance issues. They'll sign an attendance contract with him. He talks with them about the advantages of earning a diploma, the disadvantages of not earning a diploma, answers any questions that they may have, tries to solve any last-minute issues that prevent the student from coming to school. And so we sent 192 out of 1,051. That's a pretty good success rate in my opinion. Of those 192 students who have attended mediation, we have filed a charge on 20 of them. Overall, this school year, we have filed 11 habitual truancy charges, 58 educational neglect charges, 56 students have been placed on an order through the court to attend school, and we filed 18 contempt motions this school year. So, been pretty active on the truancy end. Homeschool is a big topic. As of May the 1st, we had 1,124 homeschool letters that have been provided. 71 of those students have re-enrolled at some point throughout the year. So that left us at 1,053 currently on homeschool as of May the 1st. And I will say the attendance challenges, the homeschool challenges are not just solely here in Hardin County. I think they're prevalent throughout our region of Kentucky and probably relevant throughout the state of Kentucky and probably even nationally since the pandemic. Other responsibilities that we work with is online registration. We're working to increase the use and participation of our parents who utilize online registration. Last school year, we had about 35% of our students and families who participated in the annual update. That's updating their address, their phone information, etc. For the coming school year. Our goal is to get that up to about 65% for the coming year. We've trained 138 site-based members this school year. We've worked on some Title IX investigations, 3 formal Title IX investigations, 15 plus investigations that we've worked with at the school level. Trained all of our employees on that. We collected and processed 1,373 impact aid cards, resulting in about $70,000 in funding for the district at this point, with more to come. And in the Infinite Campus, which is a student information system, we have 42 different school calendars in Infinite Campus, which we maintain. And we have hired about 14 new attendance clerks in the last couple years that we've worked diligently to train and make sure that they are tracking attendance correctly. So that's a brief synopsis of the District of Pupil Personnel role, truancy, attendance, enrollment, etc. Any questions that I can answer?
Mr. Lewis, do you mind to discuss the impact aid cards and why we receive
Sure. So
$70,000
impact aid is a way for us to collect funds that we don't collect due to Fort Knox, the installation. So those folks up there don't pay tax, et cetera, and so that's a way for us to recoup some of that tax base that we don't get to collect from. There are a couple federal housing developments in Radcliffe that we also get to get to collect some of those funds from. So we send a form home with every student on a specific date in the fall. The parents return those, and we work through all of those forms that are returned to determine what students are eligible for us to turn in and collect some funding back from the federal government.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did we have any visitors sign up? No.
No.
Thank you. All right. Construction updates. We got some updates this afternoon from our construction managers on Central Hardin, and things are still moving along pretty well there. Working on getting a summer schedule together with goals of having things in place to hopefully make the start of school work more smoothly. Hoping to have parking in place and parking lots ready to go, particularly for buses, but hopefully for everyone. The gyms are coming along nicely. Hopefully those will be ready. And in general, it seems like that we're still on track, which is nice to see and hear, considering some of the things we've dealt with prior projects. So hopefully that stays that way and weather holds this summer so that we can get those things taken care of and in place. Does anybody have anything they want to add on construction? All right. Consideration of the consent agenda. Got quite a bit going on tonight. Instructional services, approval of a modified schedule for a student with disability, and approval for 2 John Hardin High School students to graduate early. Student services, approval of the start and end times for all schools for the 23-24 school year. Approval of the changes for the 23-24 student code of conduct. Approval of services through Davis Demographics for a student forecast study on residential development, enrollment growth and student assignment. Financial services, we received the monthly financial reports, got the orders of the treasurer, received school activity, fund balance report. We're approving the 23-24 tentative budget. Seems like we're constantly having to approve some form of budget, but getting things pretty well in order for next school year on our budget. With that, got an approval of a 2% cost of living raise for all employees for the upcoming fiscal year. Approval of the bond depository with JP Morgan. Some other bonds and such, approval of a bid from Platform Waste Solutions, continuation of the Summer Child Nutrition Program that we've done for quite some period of time with sites at John Hardin, North Hardin, GC Burkhead, and continuing with the Cruisin' Cafe that we've had for the last few years. And approval of the Hardin County to participate in the Community Eligibility Provision Program for the upcoming school year. We've done that for at least a year, maybe 2 years now, but it makes all breakfast and lunch free to all students at all of our schools. Approval of a small equipment bid for child nutrition, paper supply bid for them as well. Declaring transportation items surplus and sealed bid auction by June 12th. approval of the new student accident insurance plan, a BG1 for site acquisition at EC3, some change orders for East Hardin Middle School. Hopefully we're nearing the end of that. Approval of $1,000 Kentucky Safe Schools Award, and change orders for Central Hardin, and approval of the John Hardin High School greenhouse bid. We have human resource just receiving the certified and classified personnel reports, and then receive the minutes. Is there anything that anybody wants to specifically discuss, pull out, anything? I would say add, but that's not an option.
Madam Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And I don't believe we have any action items. Anyone have any new business? That brings us to the superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have Officer Gillingham. I believe he's still here. I want to just do a shout out to them. If you notice item 17 on the consent agenda, approval of $1,000 Kentucky Safe Schools. John Akers from the Safe Schools group came actually here to John Hardin to present a check, but more importantly, using us as a sample of what an SRO program, a quality program, looks like, and to encourage others throughout the state that if you want to know a quality SRO program to model your program after, that is the one established here in Hardin County Schools. We are 4 officers short of being fully staffed to have officers at all of our schools. Ms. Atkins has shared that we fully expect to be fully staffed with officers by December 2023. We work with 3 different law enforcements. We work with the Hardin County Sheriff's Office, we work with the Elizabethtown Police Department, and also the Radcliffe Police Department. And all 3 of these entities have just shared what a pleasure it is to be working with our school district. But it's also great for us to be able to work with our police officers, not because of what they do as far as law enforcement, but it's really about the relationships they create in the schools. They come in, they sit with students, they high-five the students, they have conversations, they create the relationships to where our officers are seen as a friend and a reliable person that they can go and speak to on a regular basis. Yes, occasionally we love that they're out there to support traffic flow and all that, but do not underestimate the importance they have in our school beyond the safety. It is the relationships that our students will have with them, not just while they're in school, but to see when they leave school that they are there to support them and to assist them in the community. So if you get a chance or an opportunity to thank our SROs, please do that. We try to say thank you each day at our schools, but really want our community to know how important they are to the safety, but also the relationships for our students. So we say thank you very much to all of them, and we did that in person that day and took lots of pictures. Unfortunately, the officers were not there, just their commanding officers were there, because we didn't want to pull them out of the schools, because that would be a big loss for a single day. So again, if you see them, please thank them. We certainly appreciate their dedication to the safety and relationships with our students. So thank you.
Thank you. We always say we've got the best students and staff, and SROs are part of that, and they're doing a fantastic job and making a big difference. All right, no need for an executive session. On the board calendar, May 20th is College View Hardin County High graduation at College View. May 24th is Project Search graduation at EC3. May 25th is last day for students. That evening, Central Hardin High School graduates at Broadbent Arena. May 26th, John Hardin graduation at John Hardin High School. May 27th, North Hardin graduation at North Hardin High School. And May 29th, Memorial Day, and we'll be back for our next board meetings on June 15th with our lunch meeting being at central office.
Another year ends, and it seems like it was only yesterday we started.
We just opened school, exactly.
It's kind of amazing.
It is, really.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, we did have some students who were not able to be here for recognition tonight, and we will ask those students to come or give them the opportunity to attend on June 15th. So if any of the parents are watching and say, my student would have been there if it wasn't for a school event, we certainly want to recognize them. We'll do that at the June 15th meeting.
Absolutely. Greatest thing we get to do.
Yes.
So, well, if no one has anything else, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second that.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all for coming out.